off there.
All right, so welcome to the 4-Bit Podcast with your hosts Carl, TJ, Corey, and Aaron.
Woo! We actually have Aaron this week.
Yes, we're glad to have him this week, although I don't know if we'll have him next week, so that's why we're doing one this week, accelerated timetable.
We might. I might just be on the other side of the world. We'll see if
No, hopefully.
11 time zones difference.
So you'll either be on the other side of the world or have fallen off the planet.
Yeah.
You'll be in the same general area as Ben, so I'll be able to give him a high five.
Nah, it's like 3 hours. There's like a 1 hour plane ride in Hans. We don't have enough time, so.
Alrighty, so let's jump right to it. We got a couple things we want to talk about today. I guess number one is we want to talk about spending copious amounts of money on computer periphery, things like keyboards, mice, mics, and cameras. I guess this stems from the fact that I decided, oh, here's a good idea. I want to spray paint my keyboard and make it look really cool. And now everything sticks.
How is that for typing, Carl?
Oh, it's awful.
Have you found your typing speed decreases?
Oh, God. Let's not even start with that.
Well, it depends on if you count the keys getting stuck and it's spamming as a speed decrease or increase.
I can press 0 really fast. So that turned into a little quest where I wanted to find a keyboard to replace this. So I started to look at mechanical keyboards, and I found a video that explained the difference between the switches and mechanical keyboards. I walked into it seeing, okay, I have no idea what these cherry switches are. Tell me more. And I walked out of it knowing exactly what switches I wanted. Unfortunately, these keyboards are usually in the $100 to $200 range. Which brings up a really good point where if you're going to be using this equipment every day for hours on end for the next 10, 15 years sometimes, you can really truly justify spending that kind of money on it, knowing that it's not just a keyboard that you're buying or some product, it's an investment.
Yeah. Actually, went to the bank yesterday, and the teller desk, I looked at the keyboard they have, and it's a Cherry keyboard with a card reader in it for banking system.
Yep.
And I've been in there countless times over the past 15 years, and that same keyboard has always been there at that kiosk. The screen's changed, but it's always been the same keyboard.
Yeah. If you go look on Cherry's website, there's those
The
keyboards.
sort of beige style ones from like the 80s and 90s.
Well, they probably come in black too, but
Yeah.
I calculated this up, and back in, when was this? 2012. 2012, I decided I was going to get some video and photography equipment. So I got a tripod, some green screens, background support, some box lighting, and some clamps to go with it. I spent £267.95, and I've probably used the whole thing about 4 times.
what a great investment.
I know, right?
There you go.
And I don't know who wants to hear the story about how I managed to pop one of the light bulbs inside the softboxes.
That's a good story, you should tell it.
So one of the softboxes, they have like different parts, and I had one of the parts kind of was using it, and the softbox tilted forward, so one of the parts that broke, like a screw coming out. So I sent away for a new part for it, and in between the process, like I took the light bulb out of the softbox, and these things are huge. Like I could go get one. They're like, say this wide, this long, that. They're like big white things. So it was just sitting on my desk, and I was in a call with Corey, and I was playing with it. I was just, and beside me, I've got my laptop, and it's got some paperwork on top of it, and I'm like, okay, so I set the bulb on top of there. It starts rolling. Now I'm gonna be really specific here. It rolls slowly. I turn around, I look. It's near the edge of my desk. I put my hands out, and Corey can fill in the details from his end, but I reach down, I miss it, it falls down, and all I hear is this pop, and there's a giant mess of white glass on the floor
Yeah,
and a
so
bunch of gas.
I think he had his camera on at the time, and what I saw was he'd heard it start rolling. So when I looked at him, he was starting to reach over, but he looked sort of in shock. So when he looked at it, by the time he got his hands over there, I could already hear the pop on the floor because it had come through the mic. It was that loud.
Oh,
I still to this day have not replaced that lamp.
oh,
Yeah.
that's a
They are
those
like-
expensive
like 2
bulbs.
years.
They're like $30, £40, which is like $50, $60, $70, $80.
But you won't make that mistake again.
No, it's just no. There's less clutter on my desk now, and I think it was just one of those things that, like, it just happens, and it's unavoidable. Sometimes in life bulbs, little light bulbs.
Life bulbs.
Life bulb.
Life bulbs.
New word of the day.
I guess if you have a sunlight one, then you don't ever have to go outside again.
Life bulbs.
That's what I did. I put daylight balanced bulbs in my overhead lights and in my desk lamp, and man, it feels so much brighter in my room. I love it. It's wonderful.
What's the
Light
power
bulb
usage
above your
on those?
What's that again?
Just
What's the power usage on those?
I would imagine.
Oh, they're low volt. They're low. They're the CFLs, so they're like maybe 15 watts each.
Do they
No.
produce a lot of heat?
No, they're fairly cool. I wouldn't touch them right away. They aren't LED.
Yeah.
If they were LED, they probably wouldn't produce any heat. But they're still, they produce a little bit of heat, but that's definitely enough. It's winter here. It doesn't keep the room warm. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
That's what I have.
But you still get your sunlight even if it's covered in clouds.
Yeah, that's my excuse.
Those softbox lights really heat up, because there's all inside the softbox. There's all like the shiny stuff, like foil. So it just magnifies the light. And it gets hot in there.
I guess when you're talking about something that's that's big and white and this long and this thick,
Yeah.
and things get kind of heated. But that's beyond the point of scope.
God with food.
No, but I guess in retrospect, I mean, we're talking about an investment here, and to justify the lights, if you bought all those lights and nobody really said anything, it's like, oh, you're cool, you got photography lights. You spent probably $500-600 on it. If I turn around and bought $500 or $600 worth of an HD camera, a mic, a mouse, and a keyboard, everybody would lose their mind. But I use these things every day of my life for hours.
Yep.
I want it to be enjoyable.
I think I spent $130 on my keyboard, and I've used it every day since I bought it.
Yeah.
Well,
Carl is the type of guy. The difference between Carl and I, when Carl wants something, he'll make it. When I want something, I'll buy it.
Yeah, my softbox is in the closet that I made.
Yeah. And
cardboard and
what's
tinfoil.
the?
It works just as good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet. What's the What was it? The thing you made the other day for your camera? Can't remember. Oh, Steadicam mount.
Oh yeah, that's somewhere around. I saw there was a thing online called it's from Pro-Am. It's called the Autopilot. That's what it is. And it's a Steadicam mount that you can calibrate all up, and you can put your camera on it, and you can shake your hand back and forth, and the camera's pretty much rock solid. It isn't one of those great big ones where you hold it and it's got gimbals and it costs like a small car.
Like a gyroscope cam.
It's about $100, and it's definitely not out of the range. It's built well. It's definitely worth its money. But I'll sit here and I'll go, I can make that. So I'll go down to the hardware store, and I bought some conduit, and I bought some washers, big heavy washers to use as weights. And I guess if we're going to talk about computer periphery, I take the bait for spending the most, because I got a $700 3D printer sitting next to me right now. Okay, and I will sit there and I will print out all those little things. I made my own little gimbal, and I made my own handle and its own connector. So it's just
Yeah,
it's slowly paying itself off. If I view it as things I replaced for cost, the printer's probably at about $300 paid off. So
Carl's probably got the most expensive, most amazing peripheral for his computer.
Yeah.
I don't think we were going to bring it up because it pretty much trounces everything else, but Carl's 3D printer is pretty much the
Okay,
coolest thing.
When
that
you
any
think
of
of
us have.
when you think of peripherals, you think of small, like turtle-sized printers on your desk. Carl's 3D printers like the corner of a room kind of thing.
no, I built a thing that's the corner of the room. Here,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
The actual thing is tiny. It's just got
Yeah.
a nice big work
I built a
area.
nice big rack for its plastic and for its printing area, so that way there's plenty of room. There's another rack below for the 2D printer, which is awkward for me to say 2D printer. Everyone else just says printer. And then in conversation, I kind of have to specify. I'm like, no, not a 2D printer. Someone's like,
I
oh, I'll
print things in three
I'll print out that
dimensions.
part. He's like, oh, and you'll have it machined. I go, no, I mean I'll print that part. It'll be done in 2 hours.
It's the best thing.
Oh,
I was
that's
going to
awesome.
show my water lights that I got.
Let's see your speakers. I've got some standard speakers. You've got some speakers that look like they're
These
from
are
Mars.
outlandishly cool.
These are alright. In order for it to work, I need to play audio really loud. So I'm going to mute my microphone, so you won't hear me talking, but I'm going to set them up and show you. Right. I'm going to.
My speakers are better.
Fact. I'm just going to put my camera around here. So yeah, these are sitting between my two
Did you
screens.
exception?
You'll have to
Um,
focus your camera as well because there won't be any sound coming.
Yeah. So I'm gonna see if I can. Let's. I'm gonna pull up Spotify here. You can see how I use magnification, which is fun. So yeah, these things. I don't know if it's like you guys, if anyone's seen these things, but they're really cool. My sister got them for my birthday because I don't know if we explained it last weekend. I wasn't here because my birthday. Woo woo. So I'm just gonna play something. I'm gonna mute my mic so it doesn't come through. Find.
No, that's great. That's great.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Look at
dude,
that.
that's cool. I love that. I want to get some of these.
I wonder what he's playing. Let's guess what Aaron's playing.
I bet it's Justin Bieber. I bet it's like the first thing that came on.
Baby, baby, oh.
So no, that was actually that funny enough because I turned up the audio on that computer. I could hear you guys talking at max volume as well. So I was playing Carry On by Fun, but I just realized I could literally have not played anything and it would have.
And it would have worked.
Yeah, because just you guys talking at that volume would have been.
I think you should leave that on. I think that'd be cool to hear
No,
us in the
I feel
background
like
and it's just going off and
Yeah, but see, I feel best mic for it to not pick that up, and the world's best family for not to be annoyed by that. Because I swear that was left.
What?
You just got to make
Just
sure it
TJ.
unfocuses from you again.
Oh yeah.
So you can justify all that. You got the keyboard, you got the speakers, you got the mouse. Now Aaron's got speakers that you could put fish in and they'd be in a thunderstorm. But,
A little tiny goldfish. I've got a nice keyboard. Like I can change my keyboard is backlit. I can change I can't change the key color. That's a shame. It's blue. But I've got a mouse I can change the color.
Wasn't it? That was like the coolest thing to me about Alienware laptops, even though they were decadently expensive.
oh God.
The fact that you could change the backlighting on all the keys when I was younger, that was the biggest thing to me.
Like I can change the color of my mouse.
Ooh,
Alright.
that's nice.
Different DPIs.
I like having it red. I don't know why. I think you know why? Because it resets and defaults to red. Shows me.
Although for what it's worth, the Alienware is just a perfect example of pay for the name. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You could build a rig with the same specs at half the cost, and I'll put LEDs on there with duct tape for all I care.
In that case, you don't get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of Apple, that's one of the things that I want to get. Like, I've been using this. It's a cheapo media center keyboard because my wireless one has deigned not to work anymore. I don't know why. The mouse still works fine, so I can only guess it's with the keyboard. But I'm gonna get a Mac keyboard because I really like the feel of this one on a Mac, and the Mac one feels really nice.
Boo.
Hey, I have a MacBook Pro. Corey is so you're jealous of me. I have a MacBook Pro. It's a
I am jealous of you.
2010 one, so it's like it's still going strong. Like I have it. I recently, because it used to sit beside me on my desk, but it's now like that was one of the. I got 2 new screens, and that was one of the. It's now right through there with a keyboard and mouse. I love it a lot.
Mac is another perfect example, though, if you ask me, because it's like,
Yeah,
look at this fancy, shiny computer, and it's or like anything that they make. It's like it looks wonderful. They have great aesthetics,
Yeah.
and I will
Mac,
give
though,
Mac that any day of the
Mac-
week.
Yeah, with Mac you get actual build quality instead of a crappy plastic case with a
Oh,
name
yeah.
and a head on
You
it.
do
If
get
I-
pretty high build quality.
I
But
would
the one
buy.
thing that
And that's
bothers
what I
me-
pay for.
When
Yeah.
it comes to a laptop, I would buy a MacBook Pro like hands down for the build
Yeah.
quality, the design. It's just
If I was going to get
Like,
a desktop
especially the
PC and
bezel.
build stuff, there's no contest with building your own PC.
yeah,
Well,
absolutely,
yeah.
like absolutely. But I mean, because you just need that to sit there in the corner or something. But you know, for me, like I really like on the MacBook Pros. I really like the. What I don't like about the MacBook Air, and I wish they had, was like the black, complete matte, like complete glass or plastic, surround around the
Yeah,
screen.
where it has
There's
the
no
black
bezel. Yeah, there's no kind of difference there.
Mhm.
For me, I really like that.
The one thing that they did fall flat on lately with design was the Apple Watch, though.
Oh yeah, that
It looks
thing
like-
is horrid.
I haven't even
It's-
seen it.
Oh
like a
god, I
rounded
looked up a couple
glass.
things and it's
It's like rounded glass at the edges. It's got it. The strap looks out of place. It just looks.
Oh. I see.
oh man, it was just
Right.
it's a really cool piece of equipment. It's a nice concept. All of these new wearable watches are nice concepts, but they are just some of them implement it really well, and then some of them just fell flat, especially in the design department.
Yeah.
Is that just on Apple's website?
Yeah, I'm sure you can find it there.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna.
Because the first people, well, what most people think the first modern smartwatch was the Android Wear, because they came out first. But actually, there was a Kickstarter back in 2011 for a little bit of kit called a Pebble, which a lot of people backed, and they eventually got up to making the full version, and then they went on to make like a slightly more expensive, the Pebble Steel. And I actually have here today with me a red Pebble. And
Nice.
I love this thing. It is everything that I think a smartwatch should be. It's simple. Its battery lasts more than 6 hours.
I guess the one
that is
thing
the
I
best
really
thing.
like-
That's the most important thing. I've got
one
the.
thing I really- Go ahead.
Oh, Aaron's got the Apple Watch.
I've got this. I've got it up here on the stream now.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
that-
like rounded glass. It's
Yeah.
The one I saw when I googled it, the little advertisement, it looks like it has a metal band, and I think that might look better than the whatever that is, leather.
Corey, can you link me to the Pebble, and I'll show that on the website
Pebble?
as well,
Yeah, sure.
just to give a nice comparison. I like the. I love how there's a vibrant green one.
Oh god, it's so ugly.
I'm just like that's.
It's like if Apple and Shrek had a baby, this is what it would look like. Hideous green and amazing technology all in one little package.
Yeah.
I
One
hate
line-
to say it.
It looks like Aaron dropped.
But it's
The base.
but it's a really cool piece of technology that we're coming into is the fact that there's wearable technology. Like the Moto X is another really good example of a watch where I'm on the fence about the Moto 360. Pardon.
Here's
And
the
it's-
Apple Watch with the metal band.
Yeah, that looks more like Apple to me. That looks.
Yeah, I think that looks better than the
clear,
other ones.
Sleek,
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I just dropped out the call because I accidentally
we
closed
know.
it.
Yeah, you dropped a base, we know.
Yeah, this is why I'm glad I have there's two computers here, because that would have killed the stream if I'd done that.
Mm.
Probably. Yeah.
Another one of my favorite things about Pebble is their entire site is designed to look like pixel art.
Yeah, it's
It's really, really nice.
TJ's got it up right now. It's a really elegant design.
I do like the Pebble.
Oh, I
think
like
it's
that
really cool.
one. I like the black and orange one.
Ooh.
I got
That's the kind of like, yeah. I would personally go for the mate. I don't know. That black and orange is really tempting. If I was going for one, I'd probably go for the dark grey or black. But that
Yeah.
orange, ooh, I could see myself with that orange.
That orange is nice.
When I saw the cherry red one, I
Although-
thought, that's mine.
I like the steel.
Yeah.
I like the bracelet,
Whoa.
armband.
Yes.
But the price is a little steep for me.
could the steel make it cold though, like to wear?
Yes and no. Watches have been made out of metal forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Initially, putting it on in the morning might be,
Yeah.
it'll
See,
be cold, but
it's
it'll
warm
get to body
to-
temperature pretty quick.
I don't know because I don't wear a watch, so I'm kind of like I've never really worn a
This
watch.
one, the plastic one, first off, it's solid. It's waterproof,
Hmm
which I bet none of the other ones are. Yeah, so this thing's solid. It's waterproof. 7 days of battery. It's got a silicon, or a rubber band. It's replaceable, so I guess I could get a metal band if I wanted to for this. What else can I do with it?
I have the best story about not
Is it-
watches that aren't waterproof.
There's a e-ink display in this thing. That's why the battery lasts so long. It's,
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the Kindle. The reason why that lasts so long is because of its e-ink display. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
So if anyone if anyone recognizes that I have albinism, you might know that I also have a visual impairment. So watches for making me a little bit inaccessible. So when I was younger, I got this talking watch. This links in with the watch being waterproof so nicely. So I went swimming once and I forgot to take it off. So I go into the pool and I start and I'm like, I look at my watch and I'm like, I press the button and I'm like, oh.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the voice of Satan came out of it all.
No, but that
distorted
was like, so the other day, the water speakers, this freaked me out because I was plugging them in, I was plugging in the audio cable in, and I didn't plug it in all the way. So I was playing it, and I swear, legitimately, the people singing sounded like they were in a water tank. I am legit being serious. Like, the music, everything else was fine, it was that one track, like, what is it called, like, the layers, or... Like, basically, that one thing, it sounded like they were underwater. It was freaky.
interference.
Yeah.
But yeah, that seems like a really nice watch. That seems like what an e-watch should be.
Yeah.
Okay. It's sleek. It tells you what you need to know. Can you get the weather on it?
Yes, I can. It's not a default watch face, but you can just download it straight away. At the moment, it's saying that there's a half moon tonight. It's currently 0 degrees outside. The backlight depends on ambient light. So this watch face also does the thing. But if I do that, the backlight comes on. So you just like flick it away from you.
You just flicked your arm, and the thing was like, "I know what you want. You don't need to be punching or swishing me. I got this. I'll turn the light on for you."
Yeah, and then it also, because of this watch face, the way it's programmed, it also gives me a 3-day forecast plus a forecast of the next hour where I am. And then it just goes
That's so
back on
cool.
and flick it back. Yeah, it's.
That's
love
so
this watch.
cool.
Did anybody have a calculator watch as a kid?
No.
No.
How does that even work?
Actually, yes.
Is that like a calculator strapped to your wrist, like full-size
Yeah,
calculator?
Oh, it's like a normal-sized watch, but it has calculator buttons on it.
Tiny little calculator button on it. It was a Casio, I think. Yeah, mine.
Yeah.
It would be. It would be a Casio, wouldn't it?
It was brilliant. It only worked for like a couple of days because I got it from a car boot sale, but it was fantastic. I wore it to school and everyone asked me to do calculations on it, and then I got called a nerd. It was good.
Let's be
Yeah,
real.
well, you know what? You get called a nerd then, but nowadays you can probably do calculations on your Pebble, and everyone's like, holy
Oh yeah,
shit, that's so
there's
cool.
a calculator app for this.
Yeah, you see? My favorite was when people were like, oh, you can't use a calculator, you're never going to carry one around, and now there's one in your pocket that can do things way
Yeah.
beyond any calculator.
Is it a touchscreen?
The Pebble, no. You can simulate touchscreens by tapping it in various points on it, and the accelerometer will pick up which direction the thing's moved.
Interesting.
That's only a JavaScript test that I found though, so nothing utilizes that yet.
That's pretty smart, though.
Like they've got bitmap and vector dithering going on there to make things look grayscale, because it being an e-ink display, it can only do black and white. But if you dither the pixels on an image, it can make it appear grayscale.
Huh.
Nice.
I've watched a ton of videos. It's I'm like another good thing about this is you don't need to put it on like a approval process. Like with Apple, you'd have to jump through 15 loops and have a $99 dev license.
Oh,
With
that's
Android,
awful.
you'd have to learn Java and everything. With this, it's C++ or JavaScript and whatever you can think of.
Sorry, this is off topic, but I just want to share my screen because I went onto the video of the podcast, and I just love this. Take a look at my screen right now.
Ironically, that's kind of on topic.
No, but it's not what he was talking about. Wait, I don't think, is my screen
Black
showing?
screen.
Oh, one sec. If I can,
You're right.
If you
Could
can
not just
internet,
tell it?
if I can, wait,
if you can hang out.
yeah, sorry, one sec.
But yeah, it's just C++ or JavaScript. The IDE is in the cloud, so you just have an account you logged into on their website, or you can download a native SDK. This is starting to sound like a plug for Pebble. I swear it's not, but I love
No,
it. So
it's
much.
cool. I like it. It's more open than anything else out there right now. I mean, the fact that would be a big selling point for me. I'd like to be able to jump in and make an app that takes control of that accelerometer part, you know, and detects which way it's facing.
You probably could do the same with a Google Watch. One of the ones they have on the store.
and there'd be an awful lot more you could do with a Google Watch. And
Because it
that
has its touch.
Yeah.
But
And that
you
also
lose.
has a bunch of libraries and everything, but you also lose like battery life and simplicity. Well, maybe not simplicity, but definitely battery life.
Which the batteries sound like they're not 2 days. I mean, you charge your phone every night anyways, so.
Yeah, it's just you plug it in with it.
But with this, like I've been using it all of today, all of yesterday. From the day I got it, I charged it once, and the battery's not even at 95% yet.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
For me, as long as it lasts an entire day.
Yeah, then you can plug it in.
Yeah.
Or even like 8 or 12 hours. Enough from the time that you leave home to the time that you get home.
I would say at least 12. Because I work 8 hours, but it takes me an hour to get to work and an hour to get home.
Yeah. It's a good response. I like that.
I got it.
Still expensive though.
Damn it.
You can buy a cheap watch for $10 that'll tell you the time.
I could buy more RAM for my computer.
Well, you don't have to get the Pebble.
You can buy expensive keyboards.
This one has been sat in the electronics store in Lincoln for 5 weeks, and I was so tempted each week I went in to just go, okay, I can get it. Okay, I can get it. And eventually I just snapped, and I got it, and I love it.
So my screen share's not working, but can someone else share their screen on that exact timestamp?
Why is this?
I'll take care. Let's take a look at what Aaron's trying to share.
That exact timestamp in our stream. That's what I opened on.
I bet it's not. Is it going to be me looking stupid?
Not you, but it's someone.
Well, thanks. I wonder who.
Well, there's only 4 of us, so if it's not me, then it's one. It's either you, Carl, or TJ.
Has anyone got that up on
Yeah,
the screen?
I got it. What am I? Aaronception.
That was what I opened on.
That's slightly terrifying.
That's the most I've ever seen you smile, TJ.
Well.
Look at that smug mug.
Yeah. Yay. Look at that mug. Oh.
That's okay.
Well, I'm sure we can find pictures of Carl if we wanna.
Oh God, no! There's.
Oh, we could go to the Google Plus and see.
Oh God, there's so many.
And see some.
I get concentrated. My tongue's sticking out. My eyes are all bugged out. I'm trying to
the little whatever you were doing, you know.
Oh God.
Honestly, I want to like a
First
smile.
Hangout captures of the Hangout we currently use have Carl messing around with Google effects, and he's just got like a sombrero on with a cape.
Oh, we've had. There's some pictures of me from
We've
these
had much
hangouts. I'll be
worse.
concentrating. I'll be in a call with TJ. We're chatting, and I'll be concentrating on something else, and suddenly I'll hear the camera go click. Son of a
And they'll just
bitch.
get your face just like, ah.
Yeah. No, there's pictures of that. There's pictures of me smiling. There's
Oh,
pictures
damn
of
it, Aaron.
everything. And now he's got the camera open. No, but it was. That'll scare you.
I don't know. It's not working. Well, alright.
Good.
I don't think it works
Yeah.
as well in a Hangout on air. It's like everyone. I don't know.
I've seen other cool wearables around the internet. Like there was a Kickstarter for it was a fluid speaker, and what it was is it's something you could fold around and then wrap on the inside of like a motorcycle helmet or into a pillow or something, and it uses fluid conductivity to produce sound.
That's cool.
Because then you don't have to have noise blocking earphones in, either when you're on the bike or when you're going to sleep, or say you're on a long haul flight. It just sort of goes into the back of your head instead of maybe having a big pair of headphones on which people can hear from the outside.
Huh. So there's little radio waves blasting your brain.
No, it's fluid conductivity. It's a bit like bone conductivity. You press it to your skull, and then the sound conducts through the fluid.
Huh.
But it's not going in directly into your audio hole.
So it isn't microwaving my brain.
No, it's not.
It's frying your
The
brain
music
with
I'm listening
microwaves.
to.
No, it's not a nerve gear.
But like at McDonald's, fried Carl. Now up next.
Yeah, so we got this little gem here.
What's this?
There we go. Really? That's subtle.
Yeah, we got.
Put this in the show notes.
There's
Ooh,
one
we
where
got-
I'm concentrating really hard.
What's this one?
Wow.
I got that one. Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
We won't get into the ones of Aaron.
No,
There's some of Aaron too.
the infamous.
Is that?
Lowe's
I think the
Johnson.
best one is that lotion, Jeff.
Yeah.
The one that was auto-generated by Google Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an auto awesome, and awesome it was.
You may as well just show that one. I don't know
Oh.
what it is.
God.
Put it in the show notes because it's going to be laggy as hell on me.
No, it's just like it won't be, but
Here, we'll give you a taste. Actually, no. we
Boy,
won't
couldn't
give
you
it.
imagine wearing one of these watches and this call starts and you look down and all you see is just, oh, there's Aaron's face.
uh,
That's trying to sleep.
I found some work.
I found more of me, thanks. There's
Yeah.
plenty of
There's
me.
there's an app on here. It's built in. It's just called Alarm.
that's a
Alarms, and So I wear this thing to bed. Sue me, I'm not creepy. But
Right.
so you set the alarm on it. So I have mine set for 8:30 in the morning, and at 8:30 it'll vibrate on my wrist, and it'll wake me up. Like it'll slowly get more and more violent until it reaches like the maximum vibration setting, and then it'll just keep going.
Boy, that would really terrify me if I'm in a dream. Like my dream would slowly devolve from whatever I'm dreaming about
Into
to a
like an
horde of
earthquake.
bees attacking my arm, and then,
You know what would disturb me?
oh, here we go. What do we got?
Top it, TJ.
Oh,
There we go.
here it is.
Or this. Or this.
Why do you have all these pictures of me? You're freaking me
It's
out.
like Jake in a Boxland with pictures of Corey.
Yeah, he has so many pictures of me. I don't know where he gets them. I seriously don't. His signature phrase to me is "got it," because he always gets a picture of me doing
Got it.
something stupid.
Make that the title of this video. Got it.
Got it. And every time I've taken a picture with him, like on that trip, he's always like, if I'm trying to take a picture, he's always in the background, just like.
There's that bit. What's the picture of him creeping up behind you?
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can find that.
Okay.
I don't know where
I was
that
thinking of the one that Carl showed us earlier.
No, there's one which is far creepier.
Oh, picture here.
Oh, I don't think I have it on here. America 2014. Where are we?
OSTycoon.com /
Images / boxman.gif.
.gif.
There you go.
Tough rod intensifies.
Oh no.
Go and zoom in on that, Carl.
Oh, that was such a bad. That
There
was
you
a
go.
bad Skype call.
So the stream can see it.
Now
Oh, that was from a Skype call?
it looks laggy there, but that is actually. Imagine the Doge gifs where they're just like. It's like that.
Imagine your worst nightmare.
Come to life in the form of Jake's face.
And that picture.
So
I'm not gonna sleep tonight. Thanks, guys.
My worst nightmare is the server going down.
Which one?
I don't know.
All
That
of
just
them.
seems like a valid.
I don't know. Like
yeah. My internet going out.
No, that's true. Worst nightmare
What
for
would
me would be like every
What
server.
would I do with my life?
We have a lot of
That's
servers.
not true. I could go outside and find something to do.
You could go for a walk.
I
We
could
would all be screwed.
I could go for a walk.
Go sniff the ground.
trees. Yes, that's
What you sniff
Right.
sniff the
perfect
ground, sniff
right.
some
remedy to
lampposts,
boredom there and sniff
Put
the
on-
trees.
put on a lead.
And on that note,
I think on that note, I think we've done a nice show today.
That's about it.
Actually,
I think we've hit
Okay,
every
so
single point.
that's all we
when
got.
it comes to
I
that.
think we can end on this. Here's a
God.
picture of Jake being the creepiest I have ever seen him in my life. He's just.
I have one of Aaron. I have one of Aaron here.
That is like the epitome of creep right there. I can't.
It's just like.
I can't think of a more creepy moment.
Thumbnail.
No, you don't even know. You don't even know. This is,
Oh man.
Here we go. Wait. Let me open the image in a new tab so we don't spill people's names. Share the screen. This one. Share. Creeper.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that is creepy. Oh.
Oh my god, Aaron.
That was totally intentional.
Oh man.
That was a staged photo. I promise that was staged.
Right.
I promise.
Right.
And on that
Right.
note, since we don't have consent for that photo, let's leave it there.
Yeah.
Well,
Well.
to be fair, we didn't have any consent for the Jake photos either, but
He's
No.
fine.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
yeah.
He
All right,
keep doing
next
it.
we have
Well, we thank you for joining us,
yeah. We
We
would
hope you found this
really-
as humorous as us.
and I hope you sleep well tonight, because I know like hell I'm not.
please leave a comment, subscribe, visit 4bitpodcast.com or
Yeah,
4-bitpod. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Either one.
It's
You'll
not
find
actually.
Same place.
The site's not done. Just
There's a
FYI.
bunch of Latin, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
We're all linguists, can't you tell? Very fluent.
All right, we're all right. Thanks everyone for watching.
Okay, bye!
Good night.
Bye.
See you next
See
time.
you next time.
We'll
we don't know.
miss
It could be
you.
next week, the following. Who knows?
Goodbye.
Bye.